Love tip number 2. It's February. We're talking about love and how it helps your heart for Heart Month. So Dawn, your Natural Hormone Balancing Specialist, teaching women how to balance their lives through balancing their hormones. Okay, so let's get into it. So we talked about some tips for mature love. What are some components that there has to be? Because anytime you work on your love life, you're increasing oxytocin through the love and the sexuality and the touching, but you're also decreasing stress hormones. So it's all interconnected. Okay, so we talked about knowing somebody and understanding them. That takes a little bit of time to really get to know them, ask those probing questions, but also understand why they do some things, especially if they do things that get on your nerves. It might be from a childhood issue. Now that's for them to work on, but it's up to you to at least understand it. Now let's get into the next phase. Just because you know and understand something, I can know and understand that you're a jerk and I don't want anything to do with you, right? But the next phase, if you're really going to move into loving somebody, is accepting and appreciating. Okay. So we talked about in the last time, just a real simple example, your partner's like always early. Like he's like a couple minutes early, 5 to 10 minutes, and you're like barely on time or a little bit late, and it totally gets on your nerves. But you found out that they came from childhood issues. He was spanked severely, or he got in trouble if he was ever late. So you understand that, okay? But do you accept it? Or are you going to fight it all the time? I don't care what issues you had as a child. I'm not always going to be 10 minutes early every time I go somewhere. That's ridiculous. I could be doing other things around the house or finishing my makeup and hair. That's not accepting. So you have to realize if that's the way your partner's going to be, and this is just an example, am I accepting of that? Okay. So that's the next step. I have to learn to accept it. Maybe we talk about compromise. If not, there's going to be constant battles. After all, if you understand it, that should help you accept it. But what's the next level? I could accept a bunch of stuff. All right, my boyfriend's like this, my husband's like that. I could accept it. But the next level that's going to move you closer to love and a component of love is appreciating that. You know what? I do think it shows that uh, I'm not being respectful if I'm late for people. And he is always early, and that's actually a better thing. So I'm going to compromise a little bit because I always say, if your partner has a higher standard, maybe you bring yourself up. If you have the higher standard, he should bring himself up. So being on time or a little early is actually a higher standard than being on time rushing. Like I'll be on time, but I'll kill myself to get there. And then I'll be like a minute or two late. Nothing terrible, but it's still not good. So I should bring my standard up to that. So that's another thing is saying, okay, I'm going to bring that up. And I really appreciate, I'll tell my friends that, I appreciate that my partner is this way. He taught me how to respect people more by being a little bit early or definitely on time. And that's something I really appreciate about him. So again, we can know and understand something about our partner, but unless we really accept it and appreciate it, if we don't, we're just pushing it down like a beach ball. And if we keep pushing down those feelings like a beach ball, eventually push down hard enough, it's going to pop up, explode, and cause us, I don't know, to break up, have a violent fight, or something. And it's not going to move us closer along the path to love. So more love tips coming. I got 2 more coming. So loving yourself, loving others, helping is going to help your heart health, is going to help balance your hormones, and everything we do at Be Balanced is about balance, and it is going to move you closer to heart health. So check us out at BeBalanceCenters.com.